Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War Carthage Campaign episode 112 with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we're doing our tying, our knotting, our cutting of loose ends before we commence the final attack. And, well, not the final attack, but like the penultimate attack. The penultimate attack where we take Sicily, wipe out the Brutii, and then take Rome. But first things first, we have things to do. Like, firstly, capture Lepcis Magna, which I'm on my way to doing. Admentos Carales is now 2 turns away from reaching the town, and also capturing Conde Redonum, which my men at Lugdunum will be ready to do on the next turn. And then also, actually that's about it, but yeah. So we're tying off, defeating the last of our enemies, and we're getting ready to launch our, basically our grand, big, mega invasion. However, there are things that must be done first, so we are looking to finish off Conde Redonum, we are looking to get stuff done over here. We just won a major victory against the Brutii here. Panherdus absolutely, well, it didn't really absolutely stomp the Brutii, but we've sent them packing in a really hard forest battle, so we're just on our way back to Lugdunum to rearm, retrain, do all the things we need to do. We haven't got a lot of money left to spend this turn, but we are trying to also just keep on top of rebels. They have been springing up here and there, just getting in the way. So Eshmunazar Ildera is on his way to attack Cogniminus of Numananas. We do have some public order issues going on as well. Scalabus is still in the blue, which is a shame, but I'm just doing what I can. But lowering the taxes does get me off to a little bit of a head start, but so that's, you know, one small step for us. And then also we need to deal with the other rebels near Nabo Martius. So as I can tell, it's literally pretty much nothing to deal with. So, well, it's not nothing to deal with, but it is enemies to deal with. So I'm pretty much just going to take the entire garrison bar the barbarian mercenaries just to wipe it out, because sod it, leave the barbarians behind, because, yeah, as I predicted, the enemy is going to run away. So, right. Actually, you know, just bring the barbarians, because I'm not I mean, now that we've dealt with Julia, I'm not exactly expecting a sniping force to randomly run up and attack me. So let's just get rid of this enemy army. Nice quick warm up for today, and we can move on to the main events of today. Here we go. So it's Captain Yeehaw William. That's good. Against Captain Kintungatus Cunnilingus. And yeah, 10-1. Should be a clear victory for us today. Also in YouTube news, by the way, YouTube has said fuck it and has demonetized my channel. Thanks, YouTube. I mean, I'm not the only person suffering, but, you know, fuck you too, YouTube.
The bloody day has come. This will be the last for many, come what may. Our enemies will fall. Okay,
whatever, Captain, right. It looks like it's already another dickhead forest battle, but luckily this is a forest where I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. The trees are spaced out and they're not like 1,000,000 feet tall, so that's one advantage we have already. But either it is the winter, the enemy are barbarians. I didn't really bother to read what their army readout is, because I just want to get this one over and done with, if I'm honest. So Iberian infantry, you are the main line of attack, so get yourselves ready. Barbarians, you will take the front line because we can hype you up and stuff like that. Libyan spears, you will be on the flank in case there's enemy cavalry presence. You two shield cavalry, you go in a line together just like so. You guys are on the rear to do your thing. Let's go! Right. So you know what, I'm going to group this entire army up and we're going to send it over here. It's actually just 3 units of peasants, so we actually don't have a thing to worry about. So I'm just going to send my main line up here. They can get ready, go and get themselves hyped up. Cavalry, I want you over there, because we could just have you march up on the flank and just wipe them out. Spearmen, you can also go on the flank as well, just to see what you can do. Just a quick, fun winter wonderland march to absolutely annihilate the enemy. That is what we're all about today. Especially when my men just don't march, probably they just sort of like march in a fucking weird formation. Oh well. I guess it happens sometimes. Anyway, cavalry is moving up on the flank. There we go. Right, good. Let's try and get these enemies wiped out now, so come on, keep moving. Right. So enemy has tried to reposition themselves a little bit, but luckily we're pretty much on the correct angle anyway. If anything, I just want to move in a little closer, just for the purpose of getting my skirmishers in there, and just also working my cavalry around the back. Let's also move into wedge formations. There we go. Have 2 wedge formations positioned there, ready to basically punch into the enemy. I've got my main troop now just advancing. We're just going to do a little bit of attrition first. So we're getting closer and closer. Enemy is going to attempt to hide, but yeah, they don't really have a lot of room left to hide. Skirmishers, open fire, please. Here we go. So that's going to start attacking the enemies. As you can see, some of the sticks were drifting about really, but got those guys down. Looks like they're sending some infantry to attack my cavalry. Cavalry, get in there, just go for it. Skirmishers, continue to focus your fire. Cavalry, just get in there and wipe them out. You lot hype up. If I see any long shield cavalry routing, by the way, that is going to be really disappointing. But it really shouldn't happen. I mean, it's just fucking long shield cavalry. Well, I'd say that. I mean, long shield cavalry should be careful of dealing with this. And right now, they are doing okay. Barbarian mercenaries coming in to join in. Right. You guys start moving as well. Iberians start to break the first unit of enemies. Right. Turn and go for these ones. How we doing? We're losing quite a lot of cavalry. That is quite disappointing.
The enemy flee.
Wipe them all out. They're just peasants. They're free kills. Skirmishers, call it a day. No firing. There we go. May as well just see how many we can wipe out. Right, you take that unit. You take that unit. Just as fast as you can, men. Just like to mop them all up and just get rid of all of them. Also, while that's doing, I can elude. He's down. Right. While I'm doing that, I could just quickly emphasize, no, elaborate on why I just suddenly said YouTube's demonetized me, because sod it, I just want to quickly talk about it. YouTube said fuck you to a lot of people, myself and Tengu230 included, mainly because basically now if you don't have more than 1,000 subscribers, you can eat shit. That is pretty much what the email I got this morning said. It basically, I don't know, I honestly feel like YouTube has been a massive dickwad this time around. It's probably only because like this is actually no, this isn't like the first time YouTube's monetization policies have affected me. I do get a bit annoyed whenever they keep randomly making my videos unsuitable for advertisers, but maybe that's because I'm a swearing cunt. I just think it's really, really harsh, and I think it might put a few people off, and I think it may encourage a few dirty tactics among YouTubers. I know there are those out there who like to lie and cheat their way onto getting subscribers, and that just makes me sound like an inflammatory kind of person, but unfortunately, it's kind of true. There are those people who just lie and cheat to get those big old sub-count numbers, and then post absolutely shite content, and then when they make promises to other people, they don't fulfill them. Yep. I'm very salty, aren't I? But anyway, I can imagine that these dying peasants are YouTube staff or something, but that sounds really fucked up, and then YouTube's probably going to now annihilate me for threatening some sort of implied violence against them, but oh dear. We'll consider that the last shred of dignity YouTube has, or whatever. Basically, it's a platform going down the shitter.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Right, cool, done. Rebels wiped out. We can move on to the next turn with Captain Yeehaw. Yeah, he's going to be called that now. But then again, it's probably the first and last time we see him, unless he joins the family. Please join the family. Ah, he isn't joining the family. That is a shame. He would have been quite a fun addition to have. Right. Now, Marty has just commenced with some minor retraining, and then just continue to stay the course because we are just trying to get you growing. Admiral Mykerton, what am I up to? You Pharaohs are turn away with my new governors, my new army. I don't have anything from Admiral Mykerton to do. He could join up with Admiral Abdisham if he wants, but I think this guy already has command stars, so therefore he won't do it because he's a character in his own right. Get to Carales if you want and look for something to do there. Whatever you do, just keep my seas safe. Just keep Romans away, in a way. Let's see what we can do with the last of our money and see if there's anything we can get up to. So first of all, Philosia Rusicada. Yes, you're not in that city, even though we put you in the city. And that just gave the game away that I may be altering save games. Oopsies. It's a legit reason, actually. So after that massive battle, which actually still has its famous battle marker, I may have forgotten to save the game, but luckily the game auto saves every time I end a turn, so didn't have to play the Sally Forth battle again at least. Instead, I just had to quickly do off by memory what I'd already done this turn, and then just redo that battle. It actually went a little worse this time around, I think. I can't remember because it was a day ago now, but Basically, it was still an absolutely shit battle to play, but oh well, it's a battle that's being played, right? You in the Alps, and oh look, that's Weber. I mean, this is what's left of him now. Actually, that's basically what escaped me this time around. So a few urban cohorts got away, and now I might kill his captain because this guy needs practice, like a lot of practice, because he's not very good at his job. This time he's actually getting better at his job because he's got trait increases. Cool, right. He's a cutthroat. Nice, nice, nice. Right. Let's see what else can be done this turn then. Alicia, anything that we can build out of you? You've built your foundry and I'm gonna... Oh yeah, actually this is where the rest of the money is supposed to go into basically giving everyone fancy weapons. There we go, right. Masilla isn't doing any recruitment right now. Masilla could use doing a bit more recruitment. Recruit an additional unit of Pawnee infantry just for our preparations against the enemy. Got a little bit left. Thapsus, Amicus Volubis, you need to be in Thapsus now. There we go, he is new governor. Right, we'll give you an extra unit of Poenes. That's pretty much all the money gone now, but that'll be useful against Captain Gelmacat, who's in the area. He could actually be dealt with next turn, so we'll do that. Admentos Carales, begin making your way a little closer to Lepcis Magna. Make sure you're ready to commence your attack, your siege, your hopes, your dreams. Basically, this is your chance to go even further up in my books. Right, and out there we just suddenly decided to stay me, but Admiral Services are not carrying anything. Admiral Nero, on the other hand, is, and there's Praetorian cohorts in the mix. My Navy isn't in the best of shapes right now, but neither is his. I think I'm going to risk it this time and try and see if I can scare him away.
Attack!
Oh wait, his mate's here. Oh well, he isn't in range, so there we go. I managed to beat him up. See him away. What's Marcellus carrying? Urban cohorts. Do I dare double or nothing? It's only one ship, and that's a pretty full bar. That's a Quinquereme lurking there. But either way, he's just gonna attack us this on the turn ends anyway. So you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Have a punt at it. I'm not expecting you to win. Bloody hell, you won! Right, well done.
The sea is yours.
That's the enemy scared away for a little bit. Make your way back to Thapsus, and we can get you fixed up. Right, Lepcis Magna. I've got my spy planted in here. Baffy is a collar. He's about to, his ticker's about to give out for any turn. He's a 72, but I know everything I need to know about this area. Garrison is average to quite strong, so I think I may try to bleed this city out and just try and deflect any incoming Brutii reinforcements. Milcharam Abdera, you were going to be heading towards the sea, but now plans have changed. Make your way to Thapsus and I'll arrange a boat for you to pick you up from there. And I will have Bodmelcat Clupera. You're continuing your journey towards Egypt to keep an eye on him. And who's that? That's just what's left of Nero. He went all the way over there. Right, cool. Right, so anything left to do this turn? You need to be making your way back to Nepta to govern it with your fancy green hat. You, Chaisuisa Handsome, you can make it to Sirta this turn and become the new governor and discover there's another bloody assassin in the area. Great. Mine's way too far away, so try not to die suddenly, please. And spend lots of money on that retraining. Cool. Right. No money to spend, really. So Scalabs and Cordoba are probably going to die on me again. Himmelcard Tunis, he's heading towards Asturica. Eshmunzar knows where he's going. Next time we can match out a Lamonum. Yeah, we'll just see if we can just observe any potential advancements from the Julii, or if the Brutii are going to be desperately trying to cart some reinforcements over. Milkaran, by the way, you can make your way back to Carthage and I'll retrain you next turn. And Chiron, try and finish this loser off now. Thank you! Right.
Victory!
Chiron can go and do something useful. Go and blockade Syracuse if you want. Right, let's go to the next turn and monitor the enemy. Oh wait, who's this? Who's this? Admiral Augustus. Chermes could wipe him. Go for it, Chermes. There we go. Nice one, Chermes. Right, continue the blockade of Capua. We'll keep the Julii, the Scipii locked in their little town. We'll take them out another day. Right. Let's go to the next turn for real now, because then we can do some marching and some other useful stuff. Let's go. Alright, looks like there's nothing of note this time round. The Scalabs is rioting, which means we're back where we started. Right, do general repairs. 4 more turns to hold out until that Grand Bazaar is done. In terms of recruitment, since we can't recruit from the barracks anymore, recruit millions upon millions of peasants. We're up to 45%, so we are moving in the right direction. Rioting did strike Cordoba as well, and to be honest, for that I just blame Captain Arsehole of the Arse Brigade being a crap governor, so yeah. The problem is there's going to be barely any difference if Akbar leaves. I mean, what is just crapping it out? Well, 1, the town's massively corrupt, and 2, the squalor is bad, the unrest is bad. This is the capital, I can't do anything about that. Carthage is capital, end of story. Squalor, not too much I can do. Maybe if I improve the food, that might help with crop rotation. Yeah, we are quite behind on food, aren't we? Probably starvation and shit going on here. But then again, we're also 2 turns away from that secret police HQ, so we'll try and hold out. We are just doing some mass recruitment as well, so there we go. That might just help, but yeah. Akbar, you've just been nothing but trouble for Cordoba ever since you got there. I'm sorry. Anyway, to report, by the way, money has been lost because I've been big on spending. Akbar, LOL, has also come into the area. He's 41, hasn't done a single thing in his life, but apparently he isn't scared. He lols in the face of danger, basically. And I'm keeping him because of his stupid name. So well done. Welcome, Mr. LOL. You are in the family, and I need to work out where you've gone. So he married Agapia, by the way. He's currently in Lemonum. Great. It's like a bloody crew up in Lemonum. To Nabo Martius you shall go for now, until I give you something to do. Yeah, I might make you a battle general due to your untouched by fear trait, but to be honest, that's about as far as it's going for you. Lemonum, by the way, let's get going. Tididis Gisco, you will take your army and you will march on Condate Redonum and you will return, or not return, but basically your goal is to completely annihilate the Gauls. And that will not wipe them out of the game because they still have another settlement somewhere. But it will mean they're not up there bubbling and resenting me and just basically planning general annoyances. No, I think they're actually putting all their efforts into Noricum and Loviska. But that's the Juliai's problem. And they can do whatever they want down there, but it's not my concern. Faction announcements, by the way. Chai Series of Handsome got married. I guess that would happen eventually. And Vetius Sornites now has a pet lion, which means he's better at detecting people who might try to kill him. He's also going to do some retraining. There we go. Right. What else is going on? Construction report. Lemonum has a market. Nepta has a temple to Baal. Scalabis has repaired its stockades. Cool. Can we upgrade that temple? Not just yet. Okay. You, by the way, in the town. Get governing. Looks like we're... How are we doing in Nepta? Very good, actually. Might be able to put the taxes up a little bit. I know we should try and grow the town, but to be honest, it's pretty out of the way. I could just use this as a nice little financial city, so... It's on the borders of Africa, so for now I'm gonna tax it. Population's growing at a decent rate. I'm not planning to use this area for recruitment. I'm just gonna use it for money. It's not necessarily on the frontier, and to be honest, it's so out of the way. I doubt it would get attacked. Well, it might get attacked in the very near future by the Brutii, but this is why we're taking Lepcis Magna now, because then we can stop them from doing that. Recruitment report, by the way, reads as this. Lemonum, some skirmishers. Cordoba, some town militia. Massilla, some Poenis. Thapsus, some Poenis. Scalavis, some town militia. And that's all, really. Right. So we've got one army marching on Condate Redonum. We're going to have another army now marching on Lepcis Magna, or we'll march on Lepcis Magna. Captain Quintus has rocked up. And he's brought quite the army, right. Spine Lepcis Magna, don't let me down on this one. If you have that gate open, we could bolt into there and basically run riot. Anything you can do to be useful to me, by the way. Let's see, anything to wipe out. Catapult range? Yeah, let's stop the Romans from spamming artillery. You know, in future Total War games as well, there's that really cool thing spies can do. I mean, I got this from the campaign Let's Play for Empire Divided. I know that spies there can basically just tell armies to go the wrong way in the Wile E. Coyote style, so... I wish I could do that in this game, just to slow down the enemy, but oh well. Right, Milkaram Abdera, you will be joining a fleet Admiral Service, but yeah, it's just Admiral Service, he hasn't got anything to do. Admiral Quint is in the area, by the way, he's carrying not a lot of troops, so he is a Quinquerine, but right, you, Carales, get into Lepcis Magna. You've got a very strong army behind you, so to be honest, I think you have a good go at, you know, a good go. There's no urban cohorts, they're all Praetorians. We have a 56% chance of having the gates open. I have artillery support. Let's see if we can pull this one off. It's going to be a very big risk, but if I can get this one right, we can get Lepcis Magna before Captain Quintus rocks up, and I can send for reinforcements from Carthage. Let's see if we can pull it off that way. So get in there and take that city. Please have the gates open. He's let me down. Puzzle large stone walls. A heavy onager might cut through them though. But that's a gamble. A big gamble. A mega shega gamble. Am I a gambler? In some ways I am. I want Lepcis Magna to take now actually rather than later. I don't want to get bogged down in here anymore. I want Africa done. I want it zipped up, done, gone, done. Because we're ready to go in Europe, barring taking contact with Donum, but to be honest, that is of no concern to me. That is a done deal. I've got an army arriving. I want to get moving. The Julii are weak. They're ready to fall. Let's give it a go. Also, we're better than the garrison. Strength ratio is 5-4 in my ratio. We outnumber them by just over 500 men. Admentos Carales, this is the biggest battle of your life now. Get me, Lepcis Magna. Do not allow Roman reinforcements to scupper our plans and bog us down to an extended war in Africa, because this war has gone on long enough now. My sights are set firmly on Sicily, and I do not want them to be distracted anymore. Get it over and done with. And it is a bad plan that cannot be altered. Perhaps I maybe should have altered my plans to delay my invasion, but sod it, Publius Cyrus. You ain't the boss of me. I'm the boss of me. And my YouTube commenters are the boss of me and how I run my campaign. No, just kidding. I take advice, but I have my own plans as well. That's the best solution.
The bloody day has come. This will be the last for many, come what may. Our enemies will fall today. By tomorrow, our sword arms will ache from overuse.
Right. We have no time to lose, no time to waste. We must get this siege over and done with and on the ball. So, step 1, find an insertion point where we're going to insert our forces. Either way, we need to make it to the plaza. That is the ultimate goal. This isn't actually a full-on city, actually, I think. Actually, no, it's proconsul level. Oh, great, proconsul! Great, it's the town I hate the most because it's got this fucking shit plaza. Right. These are Temple to Baals here. Sometimes I may be a bit too harsh on the Romans. They are somewhat considerate to my religion. Somewhat considerate. Either way, this looks like a prime insertion point actually, so it's got access to a temple and it should... Well, we probably will engage the walls, but to be honest, it's not like we're going to get absolutely blitzkrieged by the walls. Same goes with this area. Going in this area would just be a bad idea, because that'd just be putting a noose around our necks. And we can access this side of the city as well. I don't really see any better insertion points, if I'm honest, that are available to us locally without basically moving our entire army and giving the Brutii enough time to get a drop on us. Attacking this wall, where there'd be a heavy garrison ready to resist us. Too many towers here. This is the weak spot as far as I'm concerned, so this is the spot we're going to target with our forces. So I'm going to position our onager, and I'm not going to use fire arrows. I'm going to use nice, accurate balls this time, because I'm not leaving anything to chance. If we can try and get a hole in those walls with one round of heavy onagers, we'll be done. And then, if there's any ammo left, I'll try and knock out a tower just to increase the safety of my approach. Either way, what we do know, strongest foot forward. Sacred Band will be leading the assault team, so they'll be positioned like so, and they will march in and they will contest the city streets against the, against the many enemy cohorts. Poeni infantry will be leading second. They will provide numerical superiority and advice and support to the Sacred Band. So they will come in and they will assist should any Sacred Band fall. They can plug in any gaps. Slingers, I plan to insert onto the walls if we manage to get up to that point. If not, they will be useful in the plaza stage of the battle for trying to worm around and contest the enemy. Armoured elephants, these are going to be the ultra kill shot, really. Get these bad boys in the plaza, and that won't be a extended slugfest. These people, well, elephants, will stomp. War elephants will be a supporting role as well. We'll send them in first when there's more enemies. Then we'll send the war elephants in second. I know I just said strongest foot forward, but when it comes to elephants, I'd rather get the weaker, softer elephants in first as a testing ground, just to make sure that they don't berserk. Because if these guys berserk, these big guys might berserk. It's also funny. Look at how much bigger these elephants are. It's like we're using little child elephants. That's fucked up. Right, anyway. Sacred Band Cavalry, you will march alongside the General. You will be heavy cavalry support / light cavalry support. And then Long Shield Cavalry, you're just happy to be here. Libyan Spearmen, you're not as strong or tough as your Poeni and Sacred Band counterparts, but you may have a use on fighting the walls, contesting the walls, just being swift of foot and other such things. I may have a use for you yet. Either way, that's the plan. Get in, get the city done. Could even try and exercise the same tactic as we used at Lugdunum and make a run for the plaza, but at the same time, given the layout of this city, it might not be as feasible. But either way, we're going to do what we can, because if we could take the city now, we can try and hold out against the incoming Roman attack until reinforcements arrive. So we need to make ourselves some cover. Let's get this one over and done with. Okay, so onagers, open fire.
Attack!
Also, in terms of the enemy garrison, let's have a look at where they've positioned themselves. What they've done is they've realised, well, I don't know if I've ever realised that I am not attacking that gate. Right now, that is where they're positioned, so unfortunately I'm not going to blow up the wall in one go, but if I did, then we would really have them ruined. I think someone just died at random, by the way. I just heard someone dying. Right, anyway. We open fire on those walls. There we go. First few rocks are going. Not doing fire rocks. I know they're big and pack a punch, but at the same time, they lack accuracy. And when I've got just the one onager, inaccuracy is something I just can't afford. So that's how we're going to play it. But if this does not go right, the siege is already as good as lost. So, and then we would have to retreat, and then that's going to put us on the back foot. But either way, it's going to speed it up. Hope this wall comes down. It's already starting to come down, and we've barely got through our ammo. So this is already a positive omen for us. So come on, just keep. Oh, it's crumbling. I'll use fire bolts, by the way, to wipe out towers, since they will just take out towers very quickly, and it's also fun to watch towers getting nuked. We can try and take out this tower. That's going to be the best approach, because then that's going to not bog down our approach to the temple and therefore the plaza. Enemy Brutii forces are still desperately trying to reach my location. To be honest, it doesn't matter about... Well, I could send the forces in as soon as I take the walls out. They're not going to be there in time. They know. They know, so they're just going to be ready. But it looks like they're not going strongest foot forward. They're sending auxilia to defend a potential breach. In a way, I'm tempted to tell my artillery to maybe call it off for just 5 minutes. Ah, damn it. That was a fatal shot. Because then I could have had the enemy just stand here, go duh, and then we could have just blown up a big bit of wall on them. Oh well, maybe next time. Let's just focus on making sure there is actually a breach for us to use. And luckily there is a lovely one coming up. And looks like those auxiliary aren't even coming to the party, are they? I don't know. Right, come on, just get rid of this, come on. Wall's coming down, but at the same time, because the wall is coming down, our shots are getting less accurate. We're about halfway through our ammunition now. I hope my catapult engineers know what they're doing, but it looks like they are. Shots are generally accurate, so I think they'll get to a point where they will be able to provide us with a nice breach. And yes, the Brutii are being lax in their defence, they're sending only the auxiliary to contest the breach, so we should actually be golden for this bit. Just need this bit of wall to come down first, so that is the issue. Anyway, come on, Brutii. Please stand as close to the about to fall over wall as possible, because it will be fucking funny when you all die. Boom! Right, that's a few less enemies to kill now. Good, 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 good. Less people to get in my way. I wanna see the. Let's see. Yeah, not bad. Charles Darwin will be pleased indeed. Right, keep it up, Onager. Nearly out of ammo, but at the same time we've basically got this wall on the rocks, or turned it into rocks, or better yet, turned it into rubble. A few more shots will have it down forever. Come on, Onager, don't let me down now. We've got about 25% of our ammo left now. Let's just speed it up. Hey!
Your soldiers are through the enemy walls! Show no mercy! Order them to finish the defenders!
And the Brutii are still not trying, so we've got them now. If anything, Onager... Oh, hang on, someone come out? No, I thought someone came out of the city, right? The enemy wants to sit here. Onager, switch on your fire. Rotate. We'll leave the tower for now. I'll have something capture the tower, but try and see if you can knock out a few Elite gladiators. Sacred Band, begin advancing into the city and take out those light auxilia. And Libyan Spearmen, I want you to go in tow as well. You need to capture that tower, so you need to be basically ready to sneak round for the impending... Because I hope the Sacred Band will take out the enemies very quickly. But either way, right now, the Brutii are giving us a golden opportunity. Right now, still the majority of their forces are defending the walls. For some reason, they're just oblivious to the fact I have assaulted another wall entirely. I guess they're just really stubborn and hoping I'm going to come over here, but okay. This will give me an opportunity to make a run to the plaza and then capture the city that way. The elite make sure there's plenty of infantry to get in my way though. But I have just started to launch my first few shots. I don't think I've really hit anything though. But then again, let's see where this shot goes. Right, missed completely. You know what, Onager, I got a better idea. Don't target those guys. There's a big cluster of enemy idiots over there. See if you can get yourself to target them. You may need to move forward a little bit, but hey, that's life. But if you get yourself there and then start hitting them, that is going to cause maximum damage, and it's going to be great. Pull any infantry. I want you to begin advancing as well now. I'm going to have the Libyan Spearmen move at speed once the Sacred Band are through there, just in order to just get hold of that tower, capture it, and make sure it doesn't attack us. Something's on fire, by the way. How tragic. Is it a building? That's just a random building, unfortunately. Nothing that's useful to the enemy. Where's that catapult range, by the way, since I blew it up? I want to see where the big pile of rubble is, what I've created. See where my lovely... Oh, no, wait, it's still there. Fuck. Alright, whatever. How are we doing over there? Keep it up, Onagers. Preparing their next shot. Ooh, I don't think they're going to hit, but oh well. You know what, it's a good try still. Basically nuking the entire city at this point, but oh well. Sometimes it's fun to set fire to things that belong to Rome. I mean, this city was never technically mine, so technically this does not have to be classed as a liberation. This is just classed as a Brutii killing fest. But since it is ethnically Carthaginian originally, I'll be nice. This is probably also where I sourced a lot of Libyan spearmen in the past, so... Oh, by the way, I think we hit something because I heard, we're being attacked! Oh, yes. Good hit, lads. See if you can get another one like that. And I think another one is coming in like that. Ah, oh, just... Close. Anyway, combat's initiated somewhere. Let's have a look and see what kind of combat's initiated. Well, the Sacred Band have broken through, forming a phalanx, and the Auxilia are collapsing. Towers are opening fire. Not hearing that, you know, I'm not hearing that definitive twang of arrows going out to murder me, so I think we're okay for now. Right. Sacred Band now have control of the area. Libyan Spearmen, I want you to make a run and capture the walls. Sacred Band, we need to take control of this street and protect the approach of the rest of my troops. So Sacred Band, form up here and basically make a defensive formation. The enemy could try and assault us. The enemy general is there and waiting. And the enemy is forming testudo formations to counter my artillery fire by over here, but I'm out of artillery, so whatever. I mean, all that means is my slingers just won't do shit, but oh well, my plan didn't really balance on slingers anyway, it just balanced on my onager getting in the city. And you know, my onager's got at least one successful shot off on the enemy, so I will take that one successful shot on, because you know what? That's a few less enemies to deal with, isn't it? Yes, it is. Right. So we're moving in to capture that tower. We've got a few more enemies coming in. The auxilia are on their way, so Libyan spears. I'd be careful if I were you. You may have incoming. As in, you're going to get into a fight, right? Libyan spearmen, get in there. Oh, wait. Aha! They're retreating. Right, good. Libyan spearmen, continue your focus on capturing that wall. If the auxilia are coming, then they'll come, but yeah, they're going to come and the camera keeps sodding up because of these stupid fucking annoying. Right, it's alright, Sacred Band are going to just plow through them anyway, so Sacred Band know what they're doing. These guys are broken anyway, so right. Libyans, don't get distracted. You're on wall capturing duty, because I'm going to move into Poenis in a minute. Or at least my men will get distracted, because someone placed a stupid great big arch here, so therefore it's going to really confuse my army, isn't it? Anyway, Poenis, I want you to begin making your way into the city. Chip chop. Or chop chip. Or chop chop. Anyway, just get in. Right. Libyan spearmen are now getting ready to capture the tower. Having to do their thing where they have to make a stupid formation in the first place. So, got a few enemies moving in now though. So, Sacred Band, where are we at with making that formation? I don't think we're close enough to making that formation, but we've got to make that formation. So, come on.
The cowardly enemy have lost the walls. Send your troops and take the rest of the settlement.
Right. Libyan spearmen, it is your responsibility to keep hold of this particular tower. This is the tower that is monitoring access to the temple, so as long as we control this tower, we have a safe access into the city. Poeni infantry are now inbound to capture the area, so you're trying to judge where the enemy's coming. I would say get the Poenis to hold this and let the Sacred Band go for the plaza, but right now there's less on the plaza. The Poenis could get there and be more numerous and be a little fresher. We do have an enemy early legionary cohort moving in, so I wish my guys would kind of speed up, but it's alright. We've got a phalanx forming, enough to try and slow down the enemy for a little bit, and the tower is now on my side, so it is now actually fighting back against the enemy, so this is good, this is good. At least I hope that tower's fighting. Yeah, it is, it's shooting. It's shooting the enemy. It looks like it's shooting the enemy. I think it's shooting the enemy. Yeah, it was shooting those auxilia, but I just didn't notice. Okay. Whatever, right. Either way, enemy has caught my Sacred Band off guard. That's an advantage to them. Luckily, these are a weaker legionary unit, and my Sacred Band are more numerous. They're still quite eager to get into a fight, so they're just going to form up now. Basically, ignore the enemy, but they're gonna break the earlies pretty quickly this time around. So we are sorted. Libyan spearmen, we could get cocky and go for that tower, by the way. You are kind of an expendable unit in this operation, so I'm thinking I might go for it. Would mean you have to contend with some angry Velite gladiators. And again, you know what? I think sometimes Hornets' nests are best left unkicked. Hold position for now. I've got a better idea. Slingers, get in the city and get on the walls. We'll take full control of this particular part of the city now. Right. Enemy is now just crashing against a wall of Sacred Band. Sacred Band here. I'm going to rotate you just so then we are just going to create a full-on police barrier. Poenis, while the Sacred Band have bought you enough time to make your way in, make your way to the plaza rendezvous point that I usually set up for this kind of city. I make your way there. There'll be an enemy unit of legionary cavalry potentially stopping you, but your Poenis, you should be able to deal with them. They may try to break your morale, but you've got big, long spears and their cavalry. The balance of power should be well in your favour. Enemy legionary cohorts are now trying to retreat, but they are retreating directly into a phalanx, and therefore it is just an instant slaughter. They're not going to break through. Come on, come on, come on. See that the entire unit's gone. I did take a bit of friendly fire from the tower, by the way. That is a shame, but that is just one of the caveats of having to fight near a tower. Sometimes the shots aren't going to be quite as accurate. Still. You a little lost there, fella? I think he is. Oh, well. No, wait. He's going to get in formation. Or he's not. Okay. Right, either way, this is excellent now. We've got control of this area. The Brutii is scrambling and trying to get themselves into some sort of organisation, but what they've done is, by being disorganised, they've allowed me to break in. I've now got a solid foothold, and my men are just streaming into the city. What are you playing at, Brutii? You're letting this happen. Seriously, they are letting this happen. They are letting my men just march down the street like it's already our very, and forgive me for using dirty Latin words, a triumvirate. As in, big fucking celebration of my military strength all over your shit. So, well done, enemies. The Brutii have allowed me to win. And that is sometimes the best kind of victory, when the enemy fucks up and hands you over that trophy, right? And you earned the trophy still. I didn't exactly steal it or cheat for it. I played smart. Right. Anyway, I'm having my Libyan spearmen just move up a little bit, just so then we don't have general confusion with the incoming slingers. They're going to monitor this part of the war, because then if any enemy Brutii are desperately going to try and run and attack me, slingers will be able to basically try and curb out their numbers, narrow them down before they make their move. We've still got a big old Tortisto over here, but just being annoying for these guys. I was going to try and form Test Tudor. Why they're trying to do that, I don't know. But to be honest, all these guys have really been doing is desperately running around and basically failing to provide a solution for their current problems. So, looks like this type of siege pathfinder is actually in my favour than the enemy's favour. And I'll take that for today. Right. Anyway, slingers have now entered the city. They're going to make their way up and capture the walls. And you know what? Armoured elephants, big fellas. Shall I use the big fellas? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to save the big fellas for the upcoming other battle against the enemy. I like to save my trump cards. Given what the enemy has left, and given how little that will probably make it to the plaza anyway. I know there's another way for them to reach the plaza, but what are the odds if I don't use it? I'll use the little elephants today. So little elephants, make your way in and just prepare to lend a helping hand. General as well, you're getting in on this one, so please also make your way to the plaza rendezvous point, and we'll use you as your support because you also have Sacred Band Cavalry. They'll be pretty useful. We're going to save the mega elephants for another day, and that just sounds pretty crappy of me just putting off using these guys. I know they're big guys, brilliant guys, but these guys will be useful another day. If that other big Brutii army approaches, I will send these guys to flatten the enemy. Long Shield Cavalry can also sit this one out because, yeah, the Long Shield Cavalry, and I don't trust them. They're quickly becoming the Round Shield Cavalry now, of a Long Shield Cavalry or whatever. They're basically becoming Round Shield Cavalry. Sacred Band are going to basically phase them out. They look weak compared to them, but then again, Sacred Band Cavalry isn't the best either. Carthaginian Cavalry, as in horsey cavalry, just isn't the best, if I'm honest. Sacred Band Cavalry can pack a punch, but let's face it, I think Roman Cavalry just seems to generally outclass us this time around, especially Legionary and Praetorian Cavalry. They just seem to pack more of a punch. But you know what, Sacred Band Cavalry are still a very reliable form of light cavalry, and I will still happily use them in my armies. A Long Shield Cavalry are useful, but they're only really useful when used en masse, because they do have a tendency to drop morale and break. Right. Poenis, by the way, have now made it to the plaza, or more or less. Make your way up and move in for the capture, lads. See that all these auxiliary and legionary cavalry are annihilated. I'm going to trust you lot to do it on your own as well. Big ask, I know, but there's 4 of you. You're well trained. You're well equipped. This should be a piece of pudding for you, really. So move in and do your job. Right, anyway, enemies stood desperately moving around, and basically, yeah, they just don't have a hope right now, unfortunately. It's just not their day. Cavalry is now preparing to make its way into the city as well, and to be honest, I think at this point I'm going to start hitting that big old fast forward button, because it's not that I'm bored, by the way, why I'm yawning. I have actually just had a 9-hour day at work again because I work too hard, because I'm a good old dedicated employee, so I'm just a little bit tired. I've actually got a holiday coming up in about 2 weeks. I think I'm going to use that holiday. I mean, I'll run this by you lot. since I've got a holiday and therefore I could spend every day up late at night like a naughty soul, because one of those days is actually my birthday. I don't know, anyone feel like just having an entire week of just Rome Total War videos? Just get a bit more progress on this campaign, just in the build up for the Medieval 2 series that will happen later this year. If you feel like that's a thing that you want me to do, then do it I shall. But then again, that involves producing the videos next week, and I'll probably be doing 9-hour weeks at work next week. I'll work something out. Also, it should have hopefully been uploaded maybe today or tomorrow. By the way, Poennies, don't embarrass me. My podcast of the end of like the 2017 year in review of gaming should actually be uploaded onto Tengu 230's channel now. I will try to remember to leave a link in the description. So this is a note to future Squawker when he comes to edit this video, which he really doesn't do a lot of editing anyway. Anyway, my big old hedgehog has now made it into the city, and I was going to fast forward, but I started rambling, didn't I? Right, what's going on over here? Cavalry have made their way in. Tower is slaughtering my skirmishers. That isn't a good thing. Right, slingers, make it in there and get yourselves unslaughtered. I really should have noticed that. I am sorry, but I got a bit cocky with how easy this battle's been so far. It's alright, they could be retrained, they're replaceable. Either way, that tower's mine now. Alright, I want you to pull out a little bit now. Looks like the enemy's actually now making a move anyway. They've just realised that they've just gone, oh shit! The enemy is capturing the plaza, and therefore they're going to try and do something about it. So, right. Poennies, we have little time to lose. One of you move in and wipe out the auxiliary. You three, move in and finish that cavalry. If the cavalry can be bothered dealing with you, because right now it looks like we're going to have incoming. So Sacred Band, hold the line for as long as possible. Slingers, you may fire at will. Get going, go on. Got a few kills there, it's better than nothing. Right, keep it up, lads. I do feel very bad about all those slingers I accidentally let get killed by, but that's going to fudge the kill numbers badly in their favour. Right, looks like the enemy's going to try and, I don't know, try and take cover or something, but right now I think they're just being a bit silly. It's alright, I'm basically trusting my men to do their jobs. Right, anyway, Legionary Cavalry, they've joined the mix. Right, you lot, turn around, surround them. You know what to do. Morale so far is holding up on my side. You guys do need to turn and face and try and wipe out this Legionary Cavalry, but it is starting to cause a bit of chaos among you. Elephants, could we try and speed it up? Just if I get you into a battle in particular, you guys do have an anti-cavalry bonus, and it would really mean the world to me because you guys could just clean house on that Legionary Cavalry. So just get in there, knock them out as fast as possible. The rest of the cavalry can come in and support. Meanwhile, over here, the enemy is just crashing into my line of Sacred Band, but absolutely failing and flailing. This is good, 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 good. Right. Well, this unit in particular is taking quite a battering, but you know what? Let them take the battering. You lot, adjust your formation to provide support on this angle. You lot, widen out your formation, hold out there, and you've got it. Right. Meanwhile, Legionary Cavalry, it's polished off a bit of my Poenni infantry, unfortunately. Partially because I was just a little bit disorganised with them, but it's okay. They're still in a losing battle. Losses will be taken. They are Legionary Cavalry, and like I've said earlier, they do outclass me in some aspects. They are pretty strong, but when a big load of elephants are about to hammer and anvil them so hard in the bum, it's not going to work out in their favour anymore. So, right. Elephants, if we could try and be a little bit more organised, if you could try and focus your attacks on that enemy cavalry, just whomp them out. They're going to fight it to the death, of course, but it's alright. Just don't berserk or do something silly. That is all I'm asking. Poennies, don't just sit and spectate. Get in there and engage. That cavalry is good as dead now, and so is the rest of Brutii, really. They're still desperately trying to manoeuvre themselves, it seems, but it isn't working out. Is anything trying to manoeuvre on any other angles? No, right. The Brutii are just being very one-minded. They're trying to target my forces. We're not trying to like sneak around a long way, but then again, that would be a bit inconvenient for everyone, all parties concerned, wouldn't it? Right, Poennies, like I said, don't just sit and watch. Get in and kill. Destroy them. Right, doing good now. Enemies on the brink of collapse. Pretty much got them off a plaza. We've got them off a plaza. Right, excellent. Elephants, hold the center plaza. Poenni infantry, I want you to hold the main plaza. As in, hold here. We're going to make a formation. We're going to make our hold here, and we've basically got the enemy dead to rights at this point. They're going to move everything they're having to try and get this plaza back, but they have only 3 minutes to accomplish this goal. A few of their retreating units, however, are going to try and come in and scupper this. So yeah, we are going to lose a plaza through that, but then again, anything that does come in and retreat, we can just scupper them. So Poennies, they are going to move in and they are going to attack, but that's why we're making this formation. So anything that comes against you, murder them. And then basically, yeah. Cavalry, by the way, where's my cavalry at? It is all here. So cavalry, I want you to get in on here now and just be ready to help out. So if you could just speed in on here. Got a few Velite gladiators trying to just prod and poke at our formation. Either way, it's a guaranteed victory now, because either I'll hold the plaza for 3 minutes, or yeah, drips and drabs will escape, but basically, you know, it's just 1 or 2 drips or drabs, and everything else is basically getting absolutely smashed on my line of sacred bands. So either way, right now I have got the full-on 100% advantage. The ball is so far in my court that I could basically just go and start scoring a few own goals if I felt like it, but I'm not going to do that. No, the Brutii just don't have a chance now. We've outplayed them, outfunked them, fought them, whatever. Look, we've outsmarted them. That's what we've done. We've outsmarted the enemy. Haven't outlanguaged them, but basically, it's game over for the Brutii. They're desperately going to throw themselves against my formation. My men are going to hold out. They have 2.5 minutes to try and just get something onto this area, but I'm holding the plaza. I have basically established my own occupation here. The Brutii have been lazy, they've been feckless, they've been stupid. They had all the warning signs in the world that I was going to make this my point of entry, my breach point, but they've chosen not to act on it. Libyan Spearman, by the way, I'm going to have a new task for you. Go here and become a new... Well, I know you can't phalanx, but you get what I mean. Just go there and just be a little bit of extra bufferage, just so then we can just try and win on plaza if I so felt like it. Okay, Sacred Band so far are holding out really well. Numbers are beginning to drop. That is mainly because the Brutii are just applying as much pressure as possible now to this line. So it is probably going to break eventually. It is like a dam. But either way, it's doing what it needs to do. It's holding the enemy back. They're not going to break through to achieve their objective in time. The Sacred Band have performed exactly as I see they should be performing. Morale is being lost. This unit is going to break. But then again, they've taken a lot of punishment this battle. So if they break, so be it. They can break. They have permission to break. The enemy Brutii is not going to make it to the plaza within the next minute. So Libyan Spearman, just make it a bit faster, right? One unit of Sacred Band has broken, but and basically a fresh unit that hasn't seen combat this battle is just ready to take its place. So that's just it. And this unit hasn't seen a lot of combat either, so therefore they're just also going to clean house. So yeah, it's just done for the Brutii. This is just a slaughter we're witnessing here. Units are breaking here. They're going to break there as well, probably. Yeah, they're breaking. It's gone. It's just gone. Their morale's bottled. They've lost. End of. Bye-bye. Dead enemies. Slingers aren't helping, by the way. Or at least they're trying to help up to me. So they could have done more, but... Oh, well, whatever. Either way, enemy is just banged up to right, so there goes the captain.
General has been killed. Now we will see the measure of these soldiers' courage.
Kind of wish it was actually just a full-fledged enemy general, but oh well. We can't have everything we want in our lives, but what we can have is full control of Lepcis Magna, because, well done, Brutii, time is up! Should I just kill them all? Kill them all! Come on! May as well just go for the full fat victory now. All units, chase them down, wipe them out. Cavalry, or, you know, elephants, you got some free food on its way. Get in, get those kills. Just, we've got it. We've got the plaza. I want them all gone. This is a symbolic victory this time around. This symbolises the liberation of Northern Africa, or at least the bits that don't belong to the Egyptian Empire, because I'm not tangling with that shit. So, yeah. Basically, we have our homeland back. Well and truly back. Obviously, we don't have all of it back. There's still that little nub on Sicily we need to get back. But hey, That's just the next stage of a plan. And why go for that little nub of Sicily? Why not just have all of Sicily? Because that's what we're going to get. And the Brutii are going to give it up to me. Okay, elephants, you've done good there. More enemies incoming. Knock them out. Poenis, by the way, I want you to advance slightly forward just so nothing sets foot on the plaza. Let's see if we can just make it a complete shutout. At least, you know, one of you. I want you here. And I want you here. There we go. I'm going to make this a shutout victory now. Shut the enemy out of their own plaza. They can't have access to it anymore. They lost it. They mistreated it. They neglected it. Social services known as Carthage has come to take it away because they have mistreated it. Done. Right, and that's all of these lot just flying around. Absolute popcorn. Fantastico. Dead enemies. The best kind of enemies. Elephants, don't lose pace. Come on, come on, come on. Keep on murdering. When he's moving in now to form a solid wall of phalanx. Right, elephants, go on, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Come on, I just want to see that number 0. I know, basically saying no enemy survived at the end anyway when we win anyway, but it's more funny to basically see that the entire enemy army's been wiped out. I mean, look, there's a big old phalanx unit of Test Tudor just sat here, just not doing shit. Anything left, by the way? Nope, this is the last unit, right. I want you lot to get over there. Slingers, I want you to get over here as well. I want one of you here. I want one of you here. And I want you to just also help out. Just go and chuck stones at them. Elephants are on their way to wipe them out once and for all. I'm basically giving my elephants all the experience and stuff here. So apparently combat started somewhere, by the way, but I don't know where because this is the last enemy unit surviving in this entire battlefield. They make by the way, these guys made up 10% of the enemy's forces because we have already murdered 90% of the enemy. Right, hopefully the tower doesn't attack us, by the way, but it doesn't look like it's gonna. Alright, you lot just sit there, just bean them, getting a few kills. Probably not gonna get many because they are Test Tudors, so therefore they're just gonna be practically immune to missiles, but hey, any kills they do get are gonna be brilliant. Right, elephants, get in and slaughter. Right, elephants are doing a-okay in this battle. Looks like we're just doing fine. Slingers, I want to call it off now. These guys are shaken. They're not going to hold out in terms of, you know, stuff. Elephants are losing a little bit of morale because they are just 1v1ing infantry. Elephants do just tend to get well, you know, at least baby elephants, they do tend to get a little bit anxious when they're just 1v1ing against the enemy. Where did my Sacred Band go, by the way? Oh, they're all over here. Oh, yeah, they're holding this area now. Right, Sacred Band, do you want to just try and readjust your formation just because you have got enemies walking in? You guys can just turn here. You Sacred Band, by the way. I did wonder where had all the Sacred Band go. You can just hold this area now. Basically, you got enemies incoming, but hey, you can murder them. I mean, there you go. They've just crushed up into you, and they're broken. Right, finish them off, lads. See that they're all crunched and killed. I wonder if this will be given a crushing bit. Clear. Oh well.
And no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
I kind of consider this one crushing, but I will take a clear victory any day because bish bash bosh. Yeah, looks like the enemy attempted to narrow that numerical advantage I had by killing 500 of my men, though some of them were a bit of my fault because of those slingers. But even if they tried to do that, I just basically paid it back threefold and basically wiped out their entire army and it's gone. Now I have a place to hold out against that incoming Brutii army, but that is their last attempt to take Africa. Once that army's gone, that's it. No more Brutii armies on Africa, not permitted, because you know what, I'll just take Sicily and the Brutii will just say, alright, I'll just concentrate all my efforts on Sicily, but they'll lose Sicily, then they'll lose southern Italy, and then they'll just be wiped out of existence altogether. Because this battle is basically what I want to do to the Brutii 24/7, until there's not one of them left. A few battlefield statistics, by the way, a few numbers geeks. Sacred Band, the unit that basically took the majority of the damage and basically did the majority of the killing, 488 kills. So take a bow, you guys. You did fantastic. Other ones as well, they did just as good, 223, 261. Poenis, they took a fair share of kills as well. Armoured Elephants didn't really get a go at it. Heavy Onagers, 74 kills. That's a very strong performance for them. Sacred Band Cavalry, a few kills. Slingers, not too many kills. Elephants, as in baby elephants, 123, so good for them. General only got 2 kills this battle, but he didn't really see a active combat as of much. So either way, Lepcis Magna belongs to me now, and I can just sit there and now stare at basically A lovely Africa controlled by yours truly. And I think that was a big gamble that paid off very well. So, unfortunately, the town is unhappy, and it's technically right. Because it was sort of Numidian, sort of Carthaginian, sort of never belonging to me anyway. Never really was a true Carthaginian town because I never got around to conquering it. I'm going to go half and half, enslave it for the money, decrease its population a little bit, and also just give some other towns a population boost. As you can see here, it actually gave Cirta a population boost, and it can now grow into the maximum level of town and be given the construction of a royal palace. So, right, don't have enough money to do that, however, but that is something I'm going to work towards now, getting Cirta its royal palace, because Cirta is a recruitment town. However, oh god, unhappiness has struck Carthaginian there. I guess its population became a wee bit unsustainable. Right, do a little bit of recruitment then, just to drive that down. So there we go. Right. Either way, that's where we're going to call it an episode, because you know what, we've just made a very large profit, and I'm going to happily sit on that profit, and then we're going to think of ways to, well, grow it. But yeah, I think that's Africa finished, liberated, done. The Brutii have one army because they're going to make a little glory stand trying to retake this area, but it's not going to happen. They're not getting a town back. They're not setting foot on here. Nope, because you know what we're going to do next time? We're going to prepare our armies to march on Sicily. And also we're going to finish off that little Gallic settlement. And then we can start our march on northern Italy. Basically, it's a pincer formation that's squeezing the Romans to death. See you later, folks.